Hey everyone, welcome to another tutorial by Mr. Urius. I'm just kidding, man. I can't take myself serious, but I love having fun with it. But no, seriously, this video, guys, is going to cover the basics of Chief Architect. And Chief Architect is the software that you guys are going to use for all of your designs and layouts throughout the semester in Intro to Architecture and Design. To go ahead and get started, all we need to do is double click and open it up. When you guys open it up, if there's a box that pops open saying, hey, do you want the full library? I want you guys to say yes. Okay, I want you guys to have all access to all of the resources available to you, including the full library. Okay, before we get too crazy, I do want to draw your guys' attention to the training videos right here. If you click on this, it'll take you out to Chief Architect's website, which looks like this. And if you scroll down to the quick start video series, it'll look something like this here. And the ones that I think are very beneficial for you guys to check out is this first one right here, or well, actually the second one, and that is the floor plan basics. A little long, but there's a lot of good content in there. Okay, I'm going to scroll over here. The next one is going to be this navigating views. I think this is very useful. That's only 7 minutes. And then if you guys just really want to dig in and try to get a real good understanding, then I would definitely check out Dimension Basics, Default Setting Summaries, and any other video for that matter. There's a lot of good content that would definitely serve you guys well. Okay? Alright, so back to the software. Over here, guys, you'll see all of the different options that we have. The first one is just to get started with a new plan. Alright, we're always going to start with a new plan. The another one is going to be a new layout. New from template, and then if you have any existing work already started, you can open up a plan that's already started or open up a layout. Right here is where you guys will find any of the recent files that you guys have. I've deleted mine so you guys, so it looks very similar to yours. Okay. Now, I do want you guys to go ahead and click on this real quick, but don't do anything, but just click on it just to kind of see it. And these are the various templates that are available. So here you can see we got residential template. This is the one that we're going to use. Metric. So if we're in other parts of the world that use the metric system, we would obviously be using this. Kitchen and bath template. Metric. Commercial. And then we have a layout borders folder, and we'll talk about that later down the road. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. When you guys click on new plan, there should be a dialog box that pops open saying, hey, choose what unit of measurement. And we're going to be using the US customary inches. And then the template is going to be residential. Mine is not going to show up because I've already been working. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and click on that new plan. And it opens up our workspace. Okay, so here's our workspace. Up here, guys, are all the tools that are accessible to you. If you bring your mouse over and just hover, a little flyout will come down and it will tell you what that tool is. So you can see this is our straight wall tool. And you see this little caret? That means there's more tools available. So I'm going to click on that. And now you can see all of the available options within the wall tool. What I would like to see you guys do definitely throughout the day and over the next couple of days is just kind of getting used to all of the different tools. Just kind of hover and find out what the tool name is and if there's any other tools. So here's the door tool. Click on it. There's your window tool. Click on it and you'll find those. Okay. Next, the workspace. Your workspace, you guys probably have crosshairs right now. Okay. I turned mine off. Over here, this is like some various things that you can change about your workstation. And one of them is crosshairs, which is right here. I'm going to click to activate it. This is crosshairs. In my opinion, when you guys are getting started for the first time, crosshairs can be really tricky. Okay, and I think it can be kind of confusing. So if it was me, I think I would turn it off if I were you. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to turn off crosshairs and they are no longer active. Okay. Come back over, turn it on if you like it. That's up to you. But me personally, I don't think it's something that I think is useful in the beginning. Next is this grid. However, the grid can be extremely useful in the very beginning. Just having all the clutter out, I think, makes sense. and it just makes it easier to read. So if you come over here, right here, guys, this is the reference grid. Click on it, and it's gone. Okay? To get started, I'm just going to come up here, click on the wall, and obviously we want to make an exterior wall. That first assignment, if you guys recall, the shed, has a footprint of 12 feet by 16 feet. And then we have all of these other things that we have to do, change, add to, okay? And we'll talk about that as we go. But the first thing, we need to make this footprint 12 foot by 16 feet, okay? So let's go ahead and go back. We've got our exterior wall selected. Here it is. To create that wall, guys, it's just simply click and drag, okay? Notice how we have this automatic driven dimension as I click and drag. It is a good idea to try to get as close as possible to the dimension that you need, okay? It's extremely hard to get exactly on it, so I wouldn't worry about that. I'm going to show you guys how to dimension that, but it does make sense to try to get close to it, okay? So I'm just going to stop here at about 16 feet 4 inches, drop and put that in. This little red square means, hey, you're connected perfectly on that corner, so I'm going to click and drag. And if you recall, it's supposed to be 12 feet, so this one's 12 feet 5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and click there, and then I'm going to click and drag. And you see that line, that perpendicular snap line? That means that I am perfectly perpendicular and across using the snap guides to the perpendicular wall, okay? So I'm going to click, make that one, and we're going to finish this off, and boom, we got our layout. That easy, okay? Now, in the old version, it never used to have the roof show up. You had to actually turn it on. Why it's on now with this newer version, I'm not sure, but in my opinion, it kind of contributes to the clutter when you guys are learning, and I'm not a fan of it to start, okay? But in order to do any kind of selection or anything like that, we have to come up here and we have to select our object selection tool or select object tool. You can click on it, but I'm going to show you guys the shortcut. It's really fast and easy, and that's the space bar. If you click on the space bar on the keyboard, it automatically selects that for you, okay? And then I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to click on this dotted line which represents the roof, and now you'll see that my working active layers display has updated, okay? I'm going to deselect that, and now you can see it just shows all of the active layers, all of the things that are available to me right here, okay? Up here, this is your working plan. I always want you guys in the working plan. If you hit the drop down, you'll see a lot of other options. Eventually we might look at the kitchen and bath. We will look at the roof plan when you guys get into more down the road and like your personal designs. The framing, you guys will never have to worry about that. We're not going to get that involved, but this is for like contractors and construction workers and stuff that are creating, stick build houses and stuff like that, and they want to see that framing and how it gets laid out, okay? But you guys are always going to be on that working plan, okay? I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on the roof again, and you guys will notice how my active layer display options have updated, okay? And I'm just going to come right up here where it says display, and I'm going to click on this check mark and uncheck it so the display goes away. I just think it adds to the clutter, okay? If at any time you guys want this gone so you guys have more real estate to work with, all you got to do is kind of come over here, guys, and this is where all of the library browser, the project browser, and the active layer display options are available right here, okay? So you can activate and deactivate that, okay? And just click to bring them back. But I do think it's useful to have the active layer open as you guys are working. As you guys scroll down, you'll find some navigating tools. So like this is like the zoom, all right? Shift Z. This is zoom in, this is zoom out. I'm going to show you guys how to use the mouse. And then this is fit it to the window, fit window to build only. Here is your hand, and we have some other tools here that are available. You guys can go ahead and play around with that, okay? But one of the navigation things is the hand, okay? So yeah, you can click over here and kind of move it around, but once you're done, the hand goes away, okay? The fastest way to activate that, guys, actually is when you have your mouse, just press the wheel. When you press the wheel down, it activates that hand. This is a really fast way to get to your pan window, okay? All right, so now, I told you, we need to redimension that because that is not the correct dimension, right? All right, so with our selection tool selected, all we're gonna do is we're gonna come up and we're gonna click on that wall. We're gonna click on that dimension to activate it, and then I'm gonna say 16 feet, okay? Making sure you guys have the right tick. 1 is feet, 2 is inches. Click enter, and that has changed. I'm gonna click on that wall, that dimension, and I'm going to say 12 feet. Enter. And I have all of our dimensions, everything set up. Okay, I like it. We're good to go. Once you guys have your overall setup, I think it's a good time now to be able to look at it, to see it. So what we have to do is we have to go up to our picture camera here, and we're going to click on that, and now you'll see all of the camera tools. This one here, full camera, we'll talk a little bit more in depth about that one, but you can see here, I can put a camera anywhere I want. This is more useful when you get on the inside of the house, okay? This one here, perspective full view, this is the entire house, including the roof. In the beginning, I don't think this is a good one to use until we get a little further in. But the perspective floor without the roof is very useful. So we're going to click on that. And we have our perspective view. Notice right here, guys, your work plan is still here. It isn't gone. Click on it and it goes back to your working plan view. And you can see where the camera is pointing in this direction. Okay, click back. And now the mouse orbit camera tool is the default here. And we can kind of orbit around. We can look inside, see what's going on. It's just a really nice place to work. And I'm going to show you guys how you can actually add things to your design from here. Your mouse works the same way. You can zoom in, zoom out by rolling the mouse. Just like over here. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay. And we can continue to spin around. Boom, there it is. So it's a very useful tool, and you can kind of see what's going on, okay? Boom, there that is. Okay guys, so we covered the tools, we covered the navigation, we covered your active layer display panel, we covered how to set up dimensions, how to create your walls, we covered how to take a picture, be able to look at that, the mouse tools, zooming in, zooming out with the wheel, clicking the hand. So those are things that will get you guys started, and in the next installment we are going to cover how to change material of the wall. We'll put in a door, we'll put in some windows, we'll get those dimensions, and we'll be rocking. Alright man, I'll see you guys on the rebound. Peace out.